Chairman mama wachina mama kwaba.
Thank you.
Chairman boko de.
Adomo.
Bibia fine. Greater Accra NPP at saying.
Oh, thank you. Mami fa akwenya we na menchia watifo any munyina moha. It's my pleasure to be here once again.
Pleasure is all ours.
Yeah, thank you. Ya hu ye pa nyame adaroma. Mpacho mozo mo ti say.
Nyame adom boko. Da no ye nya Greater Accra NDC chairman. Na strategies wodi agu akwam wodi be bo no. Strategies are cameras ni drones so cameras ye de hye nuam drones no nam wiem in fact also oju seat no already diminished seat na mo Greater Accra woji munum enum ananso woji munum a wo kire ye mmea ba mienu bi an de waje kura dada
me da say o minua me chiano
waje so
adwuma ye de wa woni tua ye kasa adwuma obi na ka na say mo say talk is cheap. And yes, I know. On so afena waba. The Obeka the Ebema necrophone on Benya Vim say he's coming to do some magic. Na Metinas here for the simple reason say once the 2016 year call elections no. A war Greater Accra nyame ye ya dum NPP yenya 21 seats. Na 2020 ye call elections so niama anko ya mayen papa and for that reason withdraw from 21 to 14 seats and at the time onu oba abeji no
ne baba ne kotiam
bebre
me metimi akaba kwa akire mu
kamba kuna me hwe say
na do free SHS abode bonto a MP ya to abasa be hwe constituency na president no na asem ode nam ne policy a ode je ne ho fans no MP said no musu gina so no mo de campaign.
Okay. Oh, the ekutia ye titro 2020 they say yeah primaries too very late because of the COVID situation.
Okay. Problems.
So we had no time to reconcile the party. It cracks no war. Immediately yeah election now primaries now ukaya we were into limited registration. You know, not just say I didn't go yes.
Ba kono so say ya makwan ama for nantoaba. Na ebi wo ha they imposed people on constituencies.
Oh, largely no. If there is any constituency, I have search reference and the Lejokuku. Lejokuku is the only constituency Yantuaba lose elections. All the other areas, baby Yantuaba no crapo ye increase your vote. A typical example, share trouble constituency your resource a buy. And then no dear Sabi, ISR you know, will be able to me can be. One thing I could tell you, another yipa so on say election day no. Normally to say we say out here we juma waha. We register as anka uba juma moa. Naka we free hako to about you and all better juma so. Election day no, it was declared a holiday. And the amount for be brave and to be anko juma mo town with you. BBC and my lose a constituency like Ablekuma Central. Otherwise, we wouldn't have lost Ablekuma Central or Kankwe North. These are constituencies that traditionally, constituencies. If you look at the Adenta is one of the key swing, constituencies are NDC winning, NPP winning. Do you understand? And it's always been like that. So just say Ushe winning, again, you also want to look at your friends students are almost school. Yes. Ye ma form 2s no register ye time omo wo fie and form 3s no register ye time omo wo school ye ko to aba no form 3 for na ba fie me wa omo vote no wo school and form 2s no so omo register wo fie but omo vote no wo your friend saying omo vote no wo fie and omo wo school time ye to aba all these things worked against us and uhwe 2020 results no na we are NDC chairman and also they are fena waba na obesho way they can be I think I can understand him because he'll be looking at that one he'll be thinking that it's going to be like that. Cause we are done with our primaries, both the MP constituencies, any orphan constituencies, with the exception of Lada de Kotopon and Sebi Asem Kakraba, we are doing it again on the 27th Saturday. I will generally
President drive Accra file.
I will generally say the situation now your woman is here.
One should that mommy.
Situation now your woman is here. I can confidently say no problem. when you foresee a grown film, you better do Osisia na ya Hosenia Ebekono. It's okay, he can say
so
that.
So seats Ben now or Joe back.
Well, there are seats over the period has been swinging. One like Crowell constituency say.
Me you.
Utu about.
Me to Spintex.
Oh really?
Yes.
Then you live not far from me. Me to who and I mean, but traffic.
Chairman, now to 1 year quiet and
one of the Modia Wohin.
Uti, ya constituency, ya quiet and Coastal, quiet, what they call Pegono.
No, but within the area, no.
But I was someone in the Tiago Gusso. No, someone in the Tiago Gusso.
Let you kukupa, dear. Yeah, say, Upa met me, Abuamu, na. Move more cameras now, you know, go around Lejokuku in particular. Lejokuku, dear, yeah, expertise. As well, Lejokuku, na so crow, but they are no, but maybe I will turn away Lejokuku.
There be me or crow. Yes, side ye crow. A fire crow, a fire Lejokuku. And
a crow, yeah, sir, double road, a free la. Everything called joining Harbour Road. On say it's been on the drawing board ever since Rolling Stones song. Yeah, by on say what we are doing. And now check Accra, and my pause there. But say you free tema. Now Ubesin Accra. You don't need to go through. You branch to the beach road there. You know, we've really eba rose pa dear. Yeah, Kanokre. We've done very, very well. I didn't say yes. We must admit say yen can yasem. Yen can yasem. And I say people don't know. See that we are reviewing to reintroduce the tracker. Tracker na no. Mistake bakum yenu be home. Mistake bakum yenu home. So we are trying to correct those ones and relaunch it. And the ebasa everywhere. Potembia one development I want. Once it is on the tracker, you go and verify yourself. And then yeah, Green Book asema sabi you don't have access to that place. And one say uti they've given us reports. Miami constituency say sege. Omo can say omo your friend is saying the day SHS now
community day student no community day school no
community day school no. At the time not even foundation, absolutely zero. Meanwhile it's captured a full design in their green book. Yes, you can understand say politics.
You were telling me some of the constituencies are much
so but there are constituencies that we lost that we know why we lost those constituencies and what we must do to get them back. One is Crowell. We are getting Crowell back. He say when he book moody and he can keep it there, but we are working hard to redeem our seat. Crowell. Lejokuku guaranteed. La you primary so now I should send FMB, the grounds will be Then you also look at constituency like Amasama. Amasama, we have it. We took Amasama from them in 2020. Oh, fine. Amasama is a seat. We'll win Amasama again by the grace of God. It will take hard work. You see, we'll win the election. There are some essential elements that must be available in the midst to guarantee. Say, one key one is say party no yet to minya and Kambum. Without in Kambum, we are joking. And as we speak now, largely, baby, problem we've been able to address those ones. We have been able to put together reconciliation committee chaired by Honorable Ayiko to himself. And they've been to the constituencies where war issues and and they've been able to largely address most of them. There are a few areas that we still need to go back. One typical one.
Maybe Ebenezer way.
Ablekuma Central. Jefferson.
Also Masovi.
Oh yeah, largely.
Hey!
Ebenezer himself will lead, don't worry.
Honorable Ebenezer
himself will lead the campaign there. Trotuo. Oh,
now.
Oh, the service now.
Oh, yeah, what for more?
Is a question. Oh, share.
Yeah, what for more?
Ebenezer was our candidate, and was our MP. 2020, unfortunately, we lost the seat. He contested again, and Jefferson a winning year. Naturally, say Nipa, Nipa's contest no. Asema kika against each other near they know. Ebeye we are. we need time to be able to, fully reconcile the two of them. But as we speak now, Ebenezer is a key member of the regional campaign team. He's one hard-working gentleman. I'll say, Sebio, the Amafoshe, Omudi to Abadie, and Yenina, Sebi, who are we candidate, no better me a handle. What you see. So, what is needed, and they say, Nipano, Ebenezer would want us to win the elections, the general elections, no doubt at all. And if we don't win your constituency, then what is your contribution to the overall victory? You need to also make sure that you bring your constituency, whether you are the candidate there or not. And I think that largely, I can guarantee, Ebenezer is fully on board. He is even helping in managing the situation in some other constituencies. So, coming back to his own constituency to help us get that CD, any problem. Rest assured, say, Ablekuma Central, Nyamiye Adoma, Sabeka.
Chairman, in 2016, more campaign message, it's me convincing my winning more a day about 7 seats at the Greater Accra. From 2016, now 21 seats as against 13 seats for the NDC. In 2020, I'm a election and I'm also power. And I'm implementing most of your programs and policies. And no Kramutumi Esansu Lucy 7 seats at the NDC. What is the guarantee that 2024 you are coming back, even when you are still in power and more implementing more programs and policies every?
I don't know who is interviewing me now, but
he's my co-host.
He's your co-host.
Yes.
And this is me answering the national about.
Oh yeah, okay, that is fine.
Historically, if you look at the election trend, anytime be a buyer or war, you see, mostly Africans, or let me say Ghanaians, so I can be double sure.
Right.
Ghanaians, we usually vote against, we don't vote for. I hope you understand. And after winning elections, wuna wo I'm for expecting. Say, obey or more expectations. I'm more, yes, sir. The more or more expecting, school were taught, say, human needs are insatiable. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So there are expectations that you, of course, definitely may not be able to meet all. So for that reason, will be expected. Nobody say, okay. Say, one who say, yeah, can't be brave or area more, sanka uboy abaso. But the air affected one kasano, the first say, naturally you are not happy. So a lot of people, they almost expect to say, you know, to me, naturally, a be affecting popularity. The Teusha trend now, normally, no party winning elections, for more government, the next elections, vote, no, SOT. That's why we dropped from over 1.5 million votes to just about 500 votes. Difference at LDBT, NDC, 2016. Now, Usha, before that, we're having 13 seats. You understand?
Yes.
And then we went up
to 21 seats.
To 21 seats. Okay.
Yes. And we dropped again.
We dropped. We lost 7 of the seats.
21.
And we dropped from 21 down to 14. But it is worth noting, say, 2016, no. Sebi, a constituency like Amasama. We couldn't even with the wind of change in 2016, we couldn't win Amasama. In 2020, we won Amasama. Most people, okay, political analysts were expecting, say, a constituency like Botiano, Yebeluzi Botiano in 2020. We won Botiano with a much wider margin. And yes, we dropped in popularity because of the circumstances. I mentioned earlier, no. But as we speak right now, and I mean, can say so in Krowo, for example, talk about Tema East. Tema East, we lost Tema East for reasons that we understand what it is. What's the
reason?
Oh, of course. When him say Sebi na candidate or contesting sitting MP no Ben na also the faction versus honorable Tatos also on ne Crawford. Adiwe ya to me and so clearly. We were very, very clear in our minds.
But that problem still persists.
No, it's not as
recently, a Greater Accra Regional Minister designate, and a titles Glover Titus Glover, any interior minister designate. Echo a programming in Bullejo. MP Bautiano as or Jenny Sakura.
MP by Ebechia Titus.
What Jenny
or Jenisa? Oh, really? No, but I know you are talking about. I know you are talking about the MPO. I'm talking about our internal issues that we were having before that time. I'm talking about.
Niti.
Yeah, I'm saying Ben the faction, any titles on also the for at that time. MP who can MP no NDC new.
No, I'm talking about your candidate.
My candidate,
not the MP.
Our candidate is here no. Obechia titles and Ojinisa. No,
what Jesubo Jenisa?
Oh, any background or any MBA. I don't know what it is, but I will find out
for the video.
What can we actually?
And again, so most of your places like Adenta, for instance, former member of parliament, I know was say Okwakodi Alanechi Movement for Change, and you see clearly say it was out of pin and as a party nakasa working ya no muyi ni free honomo. When ya some few and key members of your party shifting and of course one more cross carpet from NPP to Movement of Change. Are you still convinced
within
that
Greater Accra?
Within Greater Accra and elsewhere? If you yes, take your home to Greater Accra. Yes. Are you still convinced that you can still get the number, the vote per this whole thing?
Okay, so let me just talk about Adenta because you made particular reference to that. The candidate Ayewo Adenta Sisiano, the preferred candidate of near MP, the MP that we had in 2020 as Sisia while joining Alan's Movement for Change. You know? So the whole team are Omoye Juma Mano, the same team, and Omoye Juma Makosi Sisia. I don't know if that answers you. You understand what I'm trying to say? Well, so that is not shaking our support base there at all. And you see, the key thing, as I said earlier, the here war near memoir and say unity beba. Unity ninya bankwa dia because MPP over time, no. If you analyze our election results carefully, you agree with me, say we are far more popular than NDC. Naturally, we are far more because our West performance. If you look at our West performance in 2000 percentage wise, in the year 2008, 2008 we lost the elections.
2 mils.
Then also 2012. If you compare that one to NDC, NDC is having around 43%. We are having 46 point something percent constant. Do you understand? So naturally, no, we are way popular than.
Is the demography of this country, as in accounts, that Nipado accounts.
It's not only accounts. I'm not an account. I'm a dangwe and an ewe. You understand? But I'm the chairman of the party here in Greater Accra. What he has here. So naturally, no, I'm saying, say, the MPP is always ahead of the NDC. Anytime we will lose an election, it can only be as a result of your internal issues we've not been able to address. And I mean, more assurance, say, I'm trying to answer your colleagues' question and say, what is giving us the confidence?
No.
Say, you bet me winning. We have enough time to solve our internal problems. And largely, you agree. And other areas, problems are that time. We are not getting those problems now. And also, say, so smooth. We have issues in some of the constituencies. We have issues there that we are still trying to resolve. But we believe that we'll be able to resolve this, within the next 2-3 weeks. Then also, by the end of this week into next week, then candidate then we now move to heal the constituency. Once we are done with this, I am double sure we'll be able to as for the constituencies that we lost. There are constituencies that we need that. And so working hard we'll be able to win those constituencies, no doubt at all.
Greater Accra.
Again, before you come, you see the candidates that we have, most of them are new. And usually the advantage we have in this case is that candidates who are news they are very hungry for power, complacency, and I'm already there. No, do you understand? We have young, sharp, very hardworking candidates. Talk about Adenta, the candidate that we have. Talk about Medina, the candidates that we have. And you can see from the way they are working, they say, Accra will be able to win the seat. So as for we beating NDC there, 2024 election, invite me back to this. I'm giving you that chance. Yes, in Greater Accra will beat.
Are you taking back your 7 seats?
That should be the minimum because we've won it before. We've won those seats before, and I don't see how NDC can take. I honestly, they should rather prepare themselves for a surprise.
Greater Accra is one of the swing regions. One cannot just sit and say this is it, and
but
it depends on
NDC are dominating more.
But a swing, and the reason why probably NDC is because of the, as I said, demography, the population, the people living within.
92, we didn't partake. You understand? We started from.
No, let's start from 96. From 96 to this time, about 7 elections. It's about 7 elections. Yes. NDC
winning 92. Yes. The 92 count.
No, 92 count was about 8 or something. But only 92 free because NPP for encore parliament those times. But from 96 to this time, about 7 major elections. Out of these 7 major elections, NPP are winning 3, and more seats like 3, and then this year more seats, yes, 4.
So 4 is not. You can't declare that as
yes, of course.
You can't declare it in that manner. But we all agree, say a swing region. So within the swing region, that determines who becomes the president. No? As we speak, and Greater Accra, people are not that. Meaning, say why your survey here are not that okay with current situation happening in Ghana.
Yeah,
Crawford happy with what is going on.
Yeah, that's very true. Me, I was listening to one of your other stations. And they were really hitting us hard because of the current power fluctuation. Yeah.
Weekendy.
We can.
That's why we know that.
Our generator would
daytime cry free shot. It hasn't been easy. So let me tell you.
That's true. Yeah. So naturally. Because Niamemu said that too much, sir. So you expect, say, they'll be hitting at us. It's normal. But the higher no, most of them, as we speak right now, we are close to, solving that problem.
With the electricity problem.
Oh, yes. I mean, that I don't expect that thing to go beyond 1 month from now. Do you understand? And if Sisi will we are in April. So by the end of May, okay, from what I know, by the end of May, don't you what? Yes. You see, the biggest challenge is that
smart communicator.
No.
Also from what I know, or man who allowance. Film.
Yeah, but what else can I say? I cannot say what I don't know. I can only say what I know. So from what I know, that is the situation. By the end of next month, this problem will be solved. And
Mama, phone call for analysis. According to our research, share whether the country is going in the right direction or wrong direction. From your friend is saying. Greater Accra, Ofa Ningo Pram Pram. It tells you Ningo Pram Pram, right direction 4%, wrong direction 73%. Kolote, right direction 4%, wrong direction 73. What they say that they Kotopon, right direction 6%, wrong direction 94. Okankwe, right direction 29, a wrong direction 71. Kurawa, right direction 38. Wrong direction 58. Bon Kantamanso, right direction 17, wrong direction 76. Lejekuku, right direction 2%, wrong direction 98. Ofe no, we na areas in America who and then even say Tuaba, as at the time they did the or more research now, JDM was way ahead. with those constituencies are maybe boy. Ningo Pram, JDM had 48%, while Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia 5%. Kole Kulote, JDM na 66, Bawumia 7%. Dadeko Topon, JDM na 59, Bawumia 41. Okaikwe of 80% to 14%. Kurawo 54% for JDM, 20 for Bawumia. Bon Kantamanso 80% for JDM, 15% for Bawumia. Okay, can you okay? I said Namana.
Organization ben sorry.
Info analytic.
Okay. Now, ko ejiso no. Omo ye research bisa. Ko ejiso no. Omo ye research bisa. And omo chire say I think Nyantichi also and a winning. At the end of the day, no they buy.
Info analytic. It has been found to be false. That publication has been found to be false because Global Info has never done any opinion polling on Ejiso. Because say we no buy no. I
actually interviewed him here.
Latest work no buy no. In an attempt to discredit, then they pushed that particular narrative, and it turned out that it wasn't true. I am a politician. He's a politician.
Unless you want to tell me,
I also interviewed. No, I interviewed the man.
You are telling me you are representing info analysis.
Me interview Penino. I asked him specifically about
the credibility of the agency.
You think they are not credible?
And I'm saying that
they are not credible.
Yeah, you win before election. The most current election, our political spaces here, and they came out. They wouldn't have been coming to say
it was not part of their research.
It was not part. But what? That's what. Okay, but what then guarantees said okay? That's exactly what I'm saying. Say if what country me say is so better, and for that reason I prepared against that. Now and so on. Or China country me say you are bebo. I would doubt you. So
meaning you don't believe in this research.
Yes, exactly.
According to
that's my point.
Yeah, okay.
Well, they are not credible. So I don't want us to waste time talking about say I didn't year. We are some few months away from elections. One of the biggest challenger faces is the fluctuation in power supply. It is. Well, I don't know. Oh, but the American say Sebio, dum so dia. Next say, nim say Sebi, situation now woman nya power for Ochina from this time to this time. And for that reason,
that's why for timetable
for that reason, we are giving a timetable. Say. But this is a temporary situation. We are doing everything possible to help fix it. Honestly, I also agree to can say whatever the situation is, let us have some plan. Even if you are sure of fixing it, let's say within the next 2 weeks, give us a plan for the next 2 weeks. I think I also agree. Say but to say sure say manage power so say the problem wouldn't have been solved up to this time. Again, they would have given us a schedule. So, well, yanu tumbi say brantem schedule brantem now ubia who say okay, from this time to this time you are either looking for alternative power supply and now who say you don't have power to do unyama ubeye because the end is apart from that the general economic situation no there sabi the economies are who invited by Onua say where we are we are in an election year, and to have an external organization such as the IMF saying, this is the first time we are having a country like Ghana in an election year. We are so disciplined that we are operating within our means. I think that is what we have not been doing in the past. Almost every year, then we throw the economy out of gear. But we've been given that assurance. The president himself has said so. The current finance minister has said so. Say there will be no expenditure beyond what has been budgeted. Yɛde bi kɔ agyi so. Na agyi so.
Mo ya kwan gidigidi wontumi na ɛka so wɔno no ɔkɔ hɔ no sɛ sɛ deɛ nneɛma ɛkɔ no. Ɔmo anya kwan anti wɔkɔ president hɔ. Ɔka kyerɛ president so ɔmo nya kwan. Ɔka kyerɛ finance minister.
Tie. Ɛno no sɛ bio.
Yɛmfa nto table so ɛnka hwee ho.
Wontumi nka sɛ.
Nyamla mi ka wontumi. Ɛna ɛka sɛ minister ka kyerɛ so ɔnkɔpɛ contractor mma. That is it's not in the plan.
No. Tie, the Ohoni say this is Ashanti region. You be kwan A, B, C. See, we have a situation at a Jisu. Probably that will request ebe here say ube yi wing now the abaha. You know, if that is what they are doing, it is still within I'm talking about the budget.
Okay.
Do you understand? You can be asking this question if at the end of the day, you know, what the budget. What we presented as our budget, no? If we are spending beyond that one, then of course you can say we've gone out of our budget. So our issue here is that this is an election year, and we will do everything possible to maintain that fiscal discipline. And so if we are going contrary to that one, then of course you can ask questions.
So Greater Accra, there mo beji mo seat ni back and even win more. Mama ko lawyer Eduji Tamaklo ho. Na lawyer
me senior brother ebe ye ono minimum no pa na me Greater Accra deputy regional youth organizer. Into that time I think so be ye candidate for Sege. Yes.
But before then Sege first, then the regional vice chair.
Yes. Into on the not minimum no pa just that you share one-on-one but we knew each other. Na operations. Me I'm making sure say me control money lose here.
When he's arguing well, or arguing that's a very good one. When he decided to put on side China.
It's chairman you be a sebe me wo obuo pa edemano. The style of politics and so kama. At least or the precase de kan kakra but obet me managing us and open we say precase and net doors
precase be
you know your baby yin with you dey hu kwan ankasa. You see aban bi a hwe record or can say they will be fiscally disciplined going into the election. Now let's put it in proper perspective. In 2020 that's the only time Akufo-Addo I have the benefit of an election. And I buy bianso no woman pin no the friend of self-restraint. Say there's an edge be show intino osha 2020 COVID buy. But COVID buy no yenya 1 billion special drawing rights from IMF. Yenya another 1 billion. And also equate $2 billion. In a World Bank, MIA 480 million. Germany Maesika, South Korea Maesika. Udinina Bomwa, the city equivalent near Yakonya almost 30 billion Ghana city in an election year. So whereas our because you COVID-19 brought a deficit in your revenue, 14 billion. Onya almost twice that amount through interventions are there. So when you net it, it's a gain to you. But guess something? 2020, you produce double digit budget deficit for the year 2020. 15%. 15%. Election year spending. That's where the issue of discipline comes in. Your record in government. Guess what? At the time when they did that 15%, normal Parliament in 2018 to pass the Fiscal Responsibility Act, which by law says you cannot do beyond 5%. They did 15% in an election year. The highest in the whole West Africa. 15%. So it is not what you say today. What is your record? Chairman Eka say, why he didn't tell you, no, say Greater Accra, a middle class, neguhano. Wabo bread be, oh ye wake Accra, oh hustle, oh ye we be Accra, and the rest. Greater Accra today, what is the health of NPP in Greater Accra today?
Oh, what's it?
Miniaba. Chairman, you're very experienced
or
you're very experienced politician.
They will win back their seats.
Or you're very experienced politician. Were caught through the ranks from being a candidate and being a party official. So he understands what is called voter sentiment. If you do any misery index today, the overwhelming verdict is that Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, they have not managed the system well. They have not. If you look at all the scientific polls, and here I don't want to even go on global info, Fish Solutions, the Economic Intelligence Unit, these are all based in the UK. The overwhelming verdict is that the economy has not been managed well.
At what time? What time?
Now, this chairman here is much far older than I am. Ask him, all throughout his life, has he seen any government engage in a domestic debt exchange program before? Ask him. To the extent that for the first time, a retired Supreme Court judge, Chief Justice, had to go on procession. Who be that? Who be that? Now let me tell you something. When we say abai eton bonds, nankro photo. Abai baye Esla PLC bonds. In omode get fund, almost the on-front Dutch bonds. In Omaje bonds, in the space of 6 years, $11 billion of bonds. With the 2017 Franklin Templeton bonds, no, they come. We are talking about $13 billion in the space of 6 years. Chairman, this has never happened. 8 years of John Mahama, Mills, and Misahata, the total bond IAG was $3.5 billion. In the space of 6 years, Akufo-Addo and Bawumia are $13 billion. Now they can't pay. Osha, before John Mahama Befia Messi, there are three major things on our budget. Salaries, interest payment and amortization, and statutory payment. Salary, now the biggest. Akufo-Addo buy, guess what has happened? Interest payment and amortization took the lead. Salaries and emolument and a statutory. So only these three line items now a budget no ko. Now guess something this year. Abai say the total expenditure for 2024 is 225 billion Ghana cedis. 225 billion Ghana cedis. The total revenue is 175 billion. So this government needs not less than 50 billion to borrow 50 billion Ghana cedis in order to balance the budget. Now guess something. In the year 2023, total revenue total revenue at GRA EPOC 113 billion Ghana cedis. From 113 billion, who shall we jump into 175 within a year? Mommy. And you know, because of that, IMF put pressure on you to put VAT on electricity. Political expediency, my withdraw. Already you are budgeted that you are going to raise total revenue of 175 billion. Well, previous year, no, you only did 113 billion. What it means, even from the revenue side, you need to be generating extra 40 billion within 2024 year. Wow, what's that? My lady, no, these are numbers. And you see, unfortunately, look beside chairman, the constituencies in a development project within this year. Baby, you can't manage. You can't.
I'm happy the way you are ending it. If we're going to talk about economy, and the next time we'll invite here, let it be clear to us. This is the area of discussion so that we'll come prepared. Because Sebi, I don't know whether or no it's one of the issues I'm for. You see, the revenue I generated here during the year 2020 or year reference there was a heavy shortfall as a result of the situation why he's saying that the first time, it was also the first time, Sebi, a situation like what we went through in the year 2019 to 2020, no, it happened here. We've never experienced this COVID thing before. So definitely you need to be a responsible government and find solutions in order to make sure that at least the life and the health of your people are well, protected, and which we did with excellent results that the whole world over. We were able to manage the COVID situation very well. Yes, because productivity was affected, naturally revenue will come down. And if we want to look at this, and the idea, Mesre, even if it is myself, even though I'm not an economist, I can also get figures to be able to explain these things very well. He has done very well in giving out figures, propaganda figures, to be able to make a good case. No, for the budget. But do we have the budget here? We are not discussing the budget. If we're going to talk about the budget, then we'll prepare as such. And immediately, we are in an election year. Now, we know, usually what happens is we throw the budget, whenever we are in election year. And this time we've promised we'll be able to go by what we have said we are going to do. And I think if somebody will ask any question and I will argue, then it should be whether what we said we are doing just that, or the air can any the air. It comes with some difficulty. We understand, but you will agree with me. Say, if we are talking about Greater Accra, the development projects are. I should give you just 5. Oh, I have a tall list here.
Give me 5.
Yeah, the okay, so we've done the Ghana East, that's Kwabenya, the district hospital, we have done. La General Hospital, Ghana
East,
Ghana East District Hospital,
But as we speak now, we are on it. I'm talking about the La General Hospital. It's been down for quite a while.
Started.
Yeah, started. Oh, when was the last time we found Yeah, started a year. We've done a lot of astros there all over the place. Yes. We've done that's how names says me did draw.
Mommy 5.
Good. Then you can also talk about University of Ghana and say I Bob tournament. When say stadium man but my brother, you know what I'm saying.
So Mommy 5.
Me can also see 5. Mama cry.
My name.
We are also on the education minister dear pa. They say STEM education now or the yes, CCB. Me region manyabi. We are doing it as we speak right now. It's about 60% complete. Pokwase interchange. Wow, when it's that's all straight. But on him saying, we've done that one. We've been able to also finish the business resource center. It's Onua no board say
Ubisa chairman say Pokwase interchange onimtama ye develop a concept.
It's not about development of the concept.
Ebusia memra so medidi akọ Felicia. Emremu 5 minutes. Ma Paul.
Mami
Ma Paul.
One question. I see Obeye campaign again 2016.
Obeye tiao.
No problem. But me Bisano say was again no. Green book no mo say day free E-block no. Omo adwe was again. But Bisano mama say is it true and I say we don't know.
Where in the green book?
Oh.
Where in the green book?
Onua 95.1 FM. Yeah,